didn't realize how bad it was.
People taking Total Body Formula say the selenium overdose did more than just cause their hair to fall out.
So this wasn't just cosmetic. We're talking about heart problem.
Oh, yes.
Stage 3 kidney failure.
That's right. Stage 5 is the end of it.
That's it.
Kidney failure. Yeah.
We wondered, how did a supplement like Total Body Formula end up on store shelves to begin with? To find out, Dateline started digging through memos once marked confidential. Turns out there were several companies involved. We discovered the problem began when a supplier was trying to prepare the correct amounts of key ingredients. For selenium, there was a mistake in the formula. It said mg for milligram, when it was supposed to be mcg for microgram. If it's been a while since you've been in science class, here's a reminder. This tiny dot represents a microgram. It would take 1,000 of these dots to make 1 milligram. It's a frightening mistake, but it was just the first in a whole series of errors. Example? When another company was blending the selenium into the liquid vitamin drink, records show workers noticed mysterious black specks. Imagine ones like these floating around in the liquid.
I want you to tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Listen to the plant manager under oath explaining what workers did to filter out the specks.
We strained the black specks out of it.
Tell them how you did that.
We used nylon pantyhose.
You heard right. Records show they stretched women's pantyhose over 5-gallon buckets and poured the vitamin formula through them.
Somebody knew about it, and somebody covered it up, and somebody then sent the product on to us.
And it got worse. That company that supplied the selenium was supposed to test the ingredients in a lab to make sure the mixture was accurate.
I do.
A worker at that company admitted in a video deposition that after people started getting sick, her supervisor realized there was way too much selenium.
And she sees that it is through the roof crazy. This is why people's hair is falling out.
But instead of starting a recall, the supplier, Wright Enrichment, sent out this false certificate of analysis, saying the amount of selenium was safe. Wright Enrichment declined our request for an interview, but issued this statement saying the selenium mix was prepared to the exact specifications requested. But the statement doesn't explain why the company issued that false certificate, apparently without testing the mixture in a lab. Earlier this year, the 3 companies involved in making Total Body Formula settled lawsuits with Dottie Holbrook and others. They denied the product caused the most serious health effects, but admitted it made people's hair fall out. So the question remains, just how reliable are those labels you see on the back of supplements? Frank Jack says some labs fake tests and simply rubber stamp ingredients.
A term that we use is the word dry lab.
Dry lab. And what does that mean?
That means that the sample comes in, the sample goes in the garbage can, never gets tested, and the report goes out.
Jax runs a large testing company called Chromadex. He's a defender of supplements because he knows there are plenty of honest supplement makers. In fact, some of them hire his company when they want to verify what's in their products. But Frank Jack says when he started double-checking results from other labs, he was finding so many mistakes, he started to think some labs were just fancy fronts, pretending to do testing.
It appears that it's essentially a case of rubber stamping.
Is this a situation where dangerous products are getting on the market because of phony test results?
Absolutely.
Could some labs really be faking those critical tests? To find out, we set up our own supplement company, Life Root Naturals. And to give labs something to analyze, we create 2 supposedly all-natural products. We're calling this white powder Burn, our natural weight loss formula.
We're going to close the door to get an accurate measurement.
But Dateline asks experts in Frank Jax's lab to deliberately add 2 different poisons. Selenium, that's what caused people's hair to fall out, and sibutramine, the dangerous diet drug recalled because it caused heart attacks. We also create a second supplement we're calling Kelp, and we add poisons to it, too.
We spiked in certain levels of both arsenic and lead.
Arsenic? That's what they used to put in rat poisoning.
Yeah.
Lead, also dangerous.
Highly regulated, both of them.
The poisons are carefully blended in. Frank Jack says there's no way a lab should miss them. So armed with our spiked samples, it's time to test one of the lab's industry sources told us may be rubber stamping ingredients.
Chris?
Hey, how are you?
Hey, very well, thank you, Chris.
We're undercover. I'm pretending to be the president of Life Root Naturals, our new supplement company. Dr. Dinesh Patel runs a testing lab called Atlas Bioscience.
These are gas chromatographic mass spectrometers.
He gives us a tour of his lab and tells us how some companies even post his lab's certifications online to show they're doing things right.
We have two products. One is the Life Root Naturals kelp powder. We have the other product, which is a weight loss supplement called Burn.
In effect, I'm hiring Dr. Patel to be part of my team to help make sure my supplements are safe.
Our suppliers have put these together for us. They have also given us, obviously, their certificate of analysis.
Okay.
But I want your people to make sure that, in fact,
absolutely,
it is what it's supposed to be.
Correct.
The certificate I'm giving him has phony numbers, but I'm totally upfront about everything I want his lab to test for, including that arsenic.
We don't want to have problematic levels of heavy metals.
Correct. In fact, we'll be looking for lead, arsenic, cadmium, and mercury. And
so will he find the poisons?
We'll actually get these logged in today, so we're looking at
or just rubber stamp the phony lab report we gave him. Coming up.
These are all perfectly normal.
It's way off. He's about 1,000 times too low.
Doctor, there's something I need to tell you.
Okay.
And that is, I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
And the Hansen Files continues.